Welcome to the 2025 revision of our channel's rules, regulations, boundaries, and more. Please feel free to utilize the timestamps included in the video description and pinned comment, as well as video chapters to skip the topics you may have questions about. If you're still unsure about something that is not already covered in this extensive video, please comment below and I will reply in detail. Thanks so much for taking the time to understand and respect me and my work. PetPyves channel concept. PetPyves is operated by a sole creator, Holly, with our pet devil mouse, Pyves, as our mascot. Our goal is to change the world one story at a time through inclusive, positive tales that color outside the lines. The channel offers a variety of content, such as animatic series, animation memes, video game playthroughs, recorded tabletop roleplay games, short-form autobiographies, and more. Please note, PetPyves is no longer active on social media platforms outside of YouTube. I previously was found on Instagram, Threads, and TikTok, but have paused my accounts. Please report and block impersonators and those who re-upload my work without permission. Do not attempt to argue or interact with them. Always practice internet safety first. About me. I'm Holly, otherwise known as PetPyves. I'm the artist behind 12 and Origins, the game master of Brightside Mass RPG, and the creator of Persona Project. I've been on YouTube for almost a decade now as an animator and storyteller aiming to change the world. I started off making multi-animated project animations, animation memes, animatic series, TTRPGs, and now animated shorts. I call myself a variety content creator as I do gaming along with art and animation. I'm 27 years old and identify as aromantic asexual, also as a lesbian. I'm genderqueer, AFAB, but questioning my labels. I use all pronouns, they, them, he, him, and she, her pronouns in order of preference. I'm a disabled, chronically ill autistic person with depression, anxiety, AVPD, OCD, and CPTSD. I'm an ambulatory wheelchair user and suffer from Crohn's disease, endometriosis, low vision, and chronic fatigue. I started the Persona Project to tell my personal narrative. It's a huge part of completing my dialectical behavior therapy and cognitive behavior journey. Personal boundaries. Here's how you can help PetPyves. Follow the rules, understand and respect my boundaries, and share the joy that stems from my passionate storytelling through colorful cartoons. Be a positive part of our community by creating characters' stories, making art, and seeing and being the good in the world. Spread joy, celebrate diversity, and be yourself. Respect my identity, labels, and pronouns. Understand I'm still questioning and have patience with me as I learn more about myself and grow. Here is what's harmful to PetPyves. Do not give unsolicited advice about my disabilities, life story, etc. Do not dismiss or disrespect my mental health disorders or physical conditions or diagnoses. They have been evaluated by several medical professionals and I am currently being treated. Do not infantilize me because of my disabilities and labels. Do not bully and harass me to make free content for you. Do not beg for more content, do not press for release dates, and do not complain if another series gets attention. Do not develop an unhealthy parasocial relationship with me. This includes prioritizing parasocial relationships over real-life relationships, putting me on a pedestal, spending excessive time and money on me, and displaying obsessive behaviors. Please refrain from mentioning these specific triggers: natural disasters and extreme weather events, music box themes, rubber duck squeaking sound effects, peppermint, and imagery of deer and owls. Please do not mention Imp's old voice actor from 12 and Origins, Raymond Miller, as they are no longer associated with PetPyves. Support. Support the queer, autistic, disabled artists behind PetPyves by watching shorts and videos, respectfully commenting when allowed, subscribing to the channel, sharing links, joining in on channel memberships, donating on live streams, super chatting, and ordering merchandise through RedBubble or our fourth wall that is coming soon. Financial support is never expected, but always appreciated. Safety. Rating and warnings. Please heed on-screen warnings and read video descriptions before watching any PetPyves content. General warnings for PetPyves series include strong language use, which is heavily censored, mature and adult topics such as drugs and alcohol and non-graphic romance, mild violence and gore, minor blood and violent reenactments, as well as controversial and sensitive topics, such as bullying, abuse, self-harm and suicide, death and grief, sexism, racism, misogyny, ableism, transphobia, homophobia, and all other sensitive topics. PetPyves personal information. No doxing. Do not search for and/or publish identifying information about PetPyves, Holly, or others involved in the Persona Project. Doing so without consent and with the intent to harm or provoke is illegal. This is for the creator's own safety and privacy as well as everyone involved. Do not ask inappropriate or personal questions or invoke dangerous behavior. Persona Project covers a sufficient amount of details to understand the personal narrative while maintaining the comfort and safety of the creator and others involved or mentioned in the Persona Project. Certain topics or events may be intentionally vague with the purpose of concealing, identifying, or triggering information. Do not attempt to pry for more sensitive information. Examples include asking if I'm still in contact with certain family members, asking for real names, locations, ages, and other personal or identifying information about myself or others featured in Persona Project, asking to see family photos of myself or others from Persona Project, asking if I am still religious, asking about loved ones who have passed on, complimenting my appearance without relevance and with uncomfortable undertones, provoking me with specific shared triggers with the intention to harm or get a reaction, threatening to find or harm people mentioned in Persona Project. Comments. Shorts. Comments will now be allowed but must be held for review and approved by our moderation team. This is for my health and safety as well as your own. They may be turned off or paused at any time. Videos and posts. Comments are allowed but heavily moderated by YouTube's automated system and by our moderation team. Live streams. We allow live chats with subscribers only, must be a subscriber for at least 24 hours, with slow mode enabled at all times. Minimum 30 seconds, maximum 300 seconds. However, YouTube members are not affected by slow mode. This is a paid benefit. YouTube live streams are public with the exception of a few members-only streams, and are posted as YouTube videos upon conclusion. YouTube moderators and the YouTube Automod reviews livestream VOD comment sections. All streams have basic Automod in place. Failure to comply with any rules stated will result in being hidden from the channel. Being hidden means that you cannot comment on videos, engage in livestream chats, or enjoy any channel membership benefits. Once you are hidden, it is irreversible. We have a team of highly alert moderators who care deeply for the comfort and safety of the audience and creators of the channel. Arguing with or provoking our staff will result in being hidden from the channel. General commenting rules for the PetPyves channel includes: respect others. Be polite and avoid engaging in negativity or harassment. Keep comments relevant. Commenting about Persona Project on videos or series that aren't relevant to Persona Project will result in being hidden from the channel. Do not attempt to make comments about a video where the comments are turned off on other shorts, videos, posts, and live chats. Doing so will result in being hidden from the channel. Do not spam. This means repeatedly posting unwanted, irrelevant, or promotional messages in the chat, often in large quantities. This includes emoticons and emojis. Do not vent. This means expressing strong negative emotions, frustrations, or personal problems publicly on the internet. Do not include inappropriate or potentially harmful words or stories that can be considered explicit or triggering to some. Do not share personal information. This includes publicly sharing someone's or your own personally identifiable information, like their name, age, and location. Doxing includes sharing addresses, phone numbers, emails, social security numbers, workplace details, family members' names, and even location, and is punishable by law. Do not discuss controversial topics, such as religion and politics. We have zero tolerance for bullying, drugs, explicit content, sexism, racism, misogyny, ableism, trans and homophobia, and all other sensitive topics. Fan art. Here is what is allowed for the PetPyves channel. Make original characters based on PetPyves stories. Example, making your own 12 Reaper. Make eras based on PetPyves Persona Project for personal use, as long as they are not inserted into the narrative as it is an autobiography. Post artwork of PetPyves characters, fan-made characters, and original characters of your own that are relevant to PetPyves. Appropriate ship art of PetPyves characters. Example, Milo and Finn from Wander Hugging. Drawing PetPyves characters with other fandom characters, fan-made characters, and original characters. Appropriate AU versions of PetPyves characters. Example, 12 characters in your story or world. Appropriate outfit changes for PetPyves characters. Respecting PetPyves characters' age, identity, orientation, and disabilities. Respecting PetPyves characters' race, ethnicity, and culture. Headcanons about PetPyves and stories are allowed. This includes things such as changing labels, so long as it is respectful. Adding labels or building upon existing labels is allowed, but removing existing labels is not okay. Example, Caspian is canonically bisexual, but if you headcanon he's trans too, or even consider him to be pansexual or polyromantic, that's fine. But you should never remove the fact that he is queer entirely, as it is a huge part of his character. This is not allowed for making fan art for PetPyves. Submitting art that is not relevant to the channel. Absolutely no AI, visuals, written work, etc. or NFTs. Post artwork that is not yours. Plagiarism, tracing, or stealing another artist's work or characters. Drawing PetPyves character acting extremely out of character. Example, a peaceful character being extremely violent. Not safe for work, nudity, and suggestive content. Whitewashing people of color characters. Removing disability aids from characters if present. Example, wheelchairs, sensory reducing headphones, etc. Controversial or sensitive content, such as bullying, drugs, explicit content, sexism, racism, misogyny, ableism, transphobia, homophobia, etc. Depicting potentially triggering or harmful events. using PetPyves character for vent art or posting any kind of vent art at all. You can submit fan art using a Google Forms link that can be found in this video description as well as any of the descriptions on our live streams. Include your credit name on the image itself if you wish to be credited. Fan art will be featured on a future live stream. Credit: Reposting VS Referencing. PetPyves is protected by Creative Commons under YouTube. This license enables reusers to react, adapt, and build upon the source material in any medium or format, so long as attribution is given to the creator. The license allows for commercial use, but I personally prefer content with my work as the main subject to be non-profit. Do not repost or re-upload any PetPyves shorts or videos. Do not remix or edit any Persona Project shorts or videos. Edits of 12 Origins Brightside and Gaming series are allowed. Do not reuse any Persona Project audio. Use of 12 Origins Brightside and Gaming series audio is allowed. Absolutely do not use my art, animations, characters, stories from any series on my channel for the use of generative AI. This includes character AI, artwork AI, voice AI, writing AI, etc. This rule especially applies to Persona Project as it is a non-fiction personal narrative of my real personal life. You are allowed to reference PetPyves content and reactionary content with limitations. You can include short clips of the original content, add your own commentary and visuals, and clearly credit the original creator, PetPyves. Minimize the original material in your reaction, ensuring it doesn't dominate the video. Non-examples: Gotcha reenactments of Persona Project, live watch parties of 12, only putting text or audio over full episodes or clips of Origins. Good examples: video essays or cartoon analysis videos, turning a silly audio from Brightside into a meme, character edits and music videos using clips and artwork from PetPyves. Do not plagiarize. Plagiarism is presenting someone else's work as your own, whether it's their words, ideas, or even their format. It's crucial to understand the difference between common knowledge, information widely known and understood, and original ideas that require citation. Non-examples: creating a story about angel and demon cats with a pocket watch switching bodies every 24 hours. Create a spin-off Brightside campaign without consent to utilize the world, characters, and concepts. Steal concepts, characters, worlds, etc. exclusive to PetPyves stories. Good examples: create your own Persona project featuring your own eras with proper credit and citations. Run your own TTRPG inspired by PetPyves with small references to Brightside. Find inspiration or reference any of our stories on PetPyves to help you create new original ideas. Persona Project rules and regulations. Persona Project is my personal narrative. It is not a work of fiction. All characters represent real people. All episodes are based on real-life events. That being said, I do not create and post this series for your entertainment. It is for my therapy, my closure, and to aid others in their own healing journeys. I can and will, at any point in time, revoke the privilege of sharing my story. Ratings and warnings. Persona Project contains content that is not suitable for younger audiences and might be triggering to some. Please heed all on-screen warnings and read video descriptions before watching. Some episodes are rated 18+ and are locked with age restrictions. Persona Project fan art rules. You can draw me, Holly, Wildchild, Blackbird, Parker, Holly, Haley, Robin, and any of my little brother's eras, such as Rocky and Blue Jay, in strictly positive or casual settings. You're allowed to draw any of my pets shown in the series, as well as stuffed animals, such as Wildchild's Elmo, toys like Officer Napoleon, and original characters shown in the series, such as Dingy, Slash, Arlene and Carlos, etc. You may draw the entities, Trickster, Showbiz, Clockwork, Figment, and Collywobbles, in strictly positive or casual settings. These beings represent my mental health disorders and should be treated with respect. Do not draw any other characters from this series. My mother, father, grandparents, friends, etc. Do not depict any potentially triggering or harmful events. Do not create AMVs, PMVs, edits, etc. using characters, events, animation, or audio from Persona Project. Persona Project credit. Reposting versus referencing. Do not repost or re-upload any Persona Project shorts or videos. Do not remix or edit any Persona Project shorts or videos. And do not reuse any Persona Project audio. You can reference Persona Project and reactionary content with limitations. You can include short clips of the original content, add your own commentary and visuals, and clearly credit the original creator, PetPyves. Minimize the original content in your reaction, ensuring it doesn't dominate the video. Do not include any audio from the series. Strictly visuals are allowed. You may quote or reference the story, but do not dub or voice act lines. Respectful, insightful commentary and reactions are welcome. Non-examples include gotcha reenactments of the series, live watch parties of the series, only putting text or audio over full episodes or clips of Persona Project. Good examples include video essays or cartoon analysis videos, for use by therapeutic professionals to aid in their work, for use by artists or fellow trauma survivors to aid in their own healing journey. Plagiarism. Do not plagiarize. Plagiarism is presenting someone else's work as your own, whether it's their words, ideas, or even their format. It's crucial to understand the difference between common knowledge, information widely known and understood, and original ideas that require citation. You're allowed to create your own Persona project with proper credit and citations. These are PetPyves Persona Project original ideas. PetPyves Persona Project is defined by the concept of exploring one's trauma through the creation of characters that represent oneself at different life stages, specifically referring to these characters as eras and calling the overall story a personal project or Persona Project would require citation, as it was originally coined by PetPyves. PetPyves Persona Project follows the basis of a personal narrative along with therapeutic tactics, such as shadow work, and healing the inner child through interactions with the inner adult. Following such common knowledge in one's own work would not require citation. Utilizing short-form content as a means of expression is also common knowledge. A personal narrative is a type of writing where an individual recounts a true story from their life, often focusing on a specific event or experience that holds significance for them. It's typically written in the first person and aims to share a story and its meaning with the reader. The focus of these projects is about speaking truths, healing wounds, and gaining closure through works of non-fiction depicting real-life people, places, and events. This can be represented through characters, art, animation, comics, written works, etc., and can be explored using a variety of terms and formats. Shadow work is a self-expression process where individuals investigate and integrate unconscious aspects of their personality that they have typically rejected or repressed. These hidden aspects, often viewed as negative or undesirable, are explored to achieve a more complete and balanced sense of self. The inner child is typically described as a person's supposed original or true self, their childhood self, especially when regarded as damaged or concealed by negative childhood experiences. The inner adult is often seen as the counterbalance to the inner child, which represents the more emotional, reactive, and often vulnerable aspects of ourselves. One might refer to their present, current self as the inner adult. Persona Project boundaries. This is helpful for Persona Project. Listening to my story. Speaking my truth has been difficult, but necessary for my healing journey. Simply listening is the highest form of respect and support you can give me. You can obviously relate to aspects of my story, my identity, and/or my struggles. Just be mindful of oversharing personal details for your own safety and well-being. Respect my inner children and adults. Persona Project will feature my life story from birth to present. This means all three of my inner children will be present on the internet. Treat them as if they were real-life minors online. Wildchild is 8 years old, Blackbird is 13, and Parker is 17. Please refrain from doing these things in regards to Persona Project as they are quite harmful to me. Do not call my eras characters. My eras and those shown in Persona Project are not fictional characters. Persona Project is not a fandom. Do not call my personas your comfort characters. Do not silence my voice by venting louder, dismissing my experiences, victim blaming, citing or defending my abusers, or exhibiting any other toxic behavior. Do not treat my eras like they are dead, gone, or not present. They are with me to this day. This applies especially for my inner children. Do not share excitement for an upcoming era or episode of Persona Project. This is a real-life story filled with traumatic experiences. Again, it is not created for your entertainment. Do not depict my eras inappropriately through artistic mediums. This applies especially for my inner children. Feel free to refer back to this video anytime you need questions answered. If there is something I missed in this video that hasn't already been answered in the comment section below, feel free to ask and I will reply in detail. Thank you so much for listening.